Alright guys, it is Onewill, back at it again another video, and today I'll be doing the ultimate advanced Plane Crazy guide. Starting off with number 1, which is important blocks. We have 2 important blocks that I'm going to go over today, so let's get into the first one. The first important block is a 0.9 block. This block is useful because it can create a small gap between itself and another block. Here's an example. As you can see, I'm placing down a normal block behind the 0.9 block and then another normal block, and you can see there's a gap right there, which means it's not anchored. Now for the second important block. The second important block is a triangle wedge block. This block is useful because it can be used to extend wedges and make them bigger and rounder. Here's an example. As you can see, I get a wedge block, then I get my triangle wedges on it. And then after that, I get the triangle wedge block to extend from that. The finished product is a rounder, taller wedge. This can be useful when you're trying to make a big nose for an airplane. Now that we've finished advanced blocks, let's move on to our next topic, TNT. As you may know, TNT is one of the most powerful blocks that you can use in Plane Crazy, but some of you might find it hard to know what the settings inside of it mean, so let's go over that. Starting with blast pressure. Blast pressure determines how much damage your TNT will do. The higher the blast pressure, the more damage it will do, and the lower, the less damage it will do. Next is blast radius. Blast radius determines how large the explosion of your TNT is. The larger the blast radius, the bigger the explosion. The smaller the blast radius, the smaller the explosion. Lastly, we have impact speed. Say you put your impact speed at 75. If your TNT does not hit its target going 75 miles an hour or faster, it will not explode. This can be useful when making bombs for an airplane or missiles. The third topic is coloring. Here's a few tips for coloring your builds. When coloring your builds, you might want a wide assortment of colors to use. And there's a website for that, links in the description. Also join the Discord if you haven't already. If you don't know how to fade colors, here's an example on how to do it. All you have to do is keep on adding up 25. This will make it so the color gets brighter and brighter. You can also subtract 25 to make the color darker, but you cannot go lower than 0. Now for the fourth topic, key binding shortcuts. As you can see, I have a motor lock contraption, but key binding it is a little bit tedious because I have to click on each individual motor to key bind it. But there is a way to combat this. First, you need to click on your motor, then you need to go to the top left where that screwdriver tool is. You click on the screwdriver tool and key bind it to what you want. Now you don't need to key bind each individual motor because it is automatic. This also works for ballast blocks, pistons, conveyors, anything that you can keybind, this works for. Next, I'm going to go over motors. Motors are probably the most used block in Plane Crazy, so it's important to know what each setting inside of it means. We will start with motor 1. For the first motor, we have speed and torque. Speed means how fast the motor spins, and torque means how much power the motor has. If you have low torque and you have something that you're folding, chances are that it'll fold very slowly because it doesn't have enough power. Next, we have powered, reset, lock, and toggle. Powered means if your motor is on or off. Reset is when your motor goes to a 90-degree angle and comes back to 0. If your motor goes past the 90-degree angle, it'll go the full 180 degrees. Lock means when your motor shrinks down to 1/2 of its size. I will not be doing a locked motor guide in this video because there are many other videos that will cover it more thoroughly. Toggle means that you do not have to hold down on the button to move the motor around in a circle. By a tap of a button, the motor will automatically spin. Now to move on to Motor 2s. In Motor 2, there are a couple different settings in Motor 1s. Let's go over them. We already know what speed and torque do, so let's go over max angle. Max angle determines how much the Motor 2 can spin. This is useful if you're trying to make turning on a car or custom control surfaces for an airplane. Say your max angle is 75. Whenever you toggle on servo, it will only let you turn the motor to 75 degrees, and then it will automatically reset back when you let go of the button. If you do not want it to reset, you can enable toggle, and by a push of a button, it will go 75 degrees. So that's it for the ultimate advanced plane crazy guide. If you have any questions, make sure to leave it in the comments below. Also join the Discord. That's it for today. Peace.